Why are you insecure? Why do you doubt yourself even when you're doing fine? Because your brain isn't built to make you confident. It's built to keep you safe. And for an insecure mind, safe doesn't mean happy or successful. Safe means predictable, small, approved, and never the reason you get rejected. So you overthink your words before you speak. You replay conversations like courtroom evidence. You downplay your wins. You feel a little panic when someone doesn't reply. You scan people's faces for microsignals that you did something wrong. And the most painful part is this: insecurity doesn't feel like a choice. It feels like reality. Like you're simply seeing yourself accurately. But you're not. You're seeing yourself through a threat filter. Let's break this down in a way that actually makes sense. What insecurity really is, what your nervous system is doing when you feel it, why it grows stronger in certain situations, and how it quietly shapes your relationships, your confidence, and your entire identity. Insecurity is not just low self-esteem. Insecurity is a pattern of prediction. Your brain is constantly trying to predict social outcomes. Am I accepted? Am I respected? Am I safe? Am I going to be embarrassed? And if your brain has learned that social mistakes equal pain, rejection, ridicule, abandonment, humiliation, then it starts acting like every interaction is a test you can fail. Not because you're weak, because at some point your mind decided that failing socially was dangerous. This is where the brain gets involved. Your confidence isn't stored in one confidence center. It's an experience created by multiple systems working together. When those systems lean toward threat, confidence collapses. Start with the alarm system, the amygdala, and the broader threat network. This system is fast. It doesn't ask for evidence. It doesn't care about logic. It looks for patterns that once meant danger, and it triggers anxiety before you even understand why. If you've had experiences where being visible led to criticism, where expressing yourself led to being shut down, or where you had to earn love through performance, your brain learns a brutal lesson. Attention is risky. Being seen is risky. Taking up space is risky. So you don't just feel insecure. Your body reacts like you're about to be socially harmed. That's why insecurity often comes with physical sensations. Tight chest, hot face, shaky voice, dry mouth, restless hands, stomach drop. Your body is preparing for threat. You're not imagining it. Your nervous system is literally shifting into a protective state. Then comes the prediction engine, the prefrontal cortex. This is the part of you that plans, evaluates, and tries to control outcomes. When you're secure, it's used for creativity, problem solving, and presence. When you're insecure, it becomes a control machine. It tries to pre-calculate every sentence so you don't get judged. It tries to anticipate every possible negative reaction so you can avoid pain. And the more you do that, the less natural you feel. You start monitoring yourself while you're living. And self-monitoring kills confidence, because confidence requires attention outward, not inward. Insecure people often describe this as feeling fake or awkward. But the awkwardness is not your personality. It's the mental load of constant self-surveillance. It's like trying to dance while watching yourself in a mirror and grading every move. Now add the memory system, the hippocampus, and associative learning. Your brain doesn't store life as neutral events. It stores emotional lessons. If you were embarrassed once while speaking in class, your brain might save that moment as a warning label. Public speaking equals humiliation. If you were mocked for your appearance, your brain may store, looking confident invites attack. If you were rejected after being yourself, your brain may store, authenticity equals abandonment. These lessons can live in you for years, even if your adult life is safer now. That's why insecurity shows up strongest in specific contexts. Dating, speaking up at work, posting online, making new friends, being around confident people, being evaluated, being compared. The brain is not responding to the present. It's responding to the meaning it learned in the past. And here's a hard truth. Insecurity often feels like humility, but it's actually self-protection. It's your mind trying to prevent pain by shrinking you. Let's make this real. Imagine someone named Anna. Anna is smart, talented, and people generally like her. But when she receives a compliment, she laughs and dismisses it. When she achieves something, She feels relief instead of pride. When she's invited somewhere, her first thought is, they're just being polite. If someone responds with a short message, she assumes she annoyed them. This isn't because Anna loves negativity. It's because her brain is scanning for signs of rejection so she can prepare. Her mind believes that if she expects the worst, it won't hurt as much. But it does hurt. It hurts constantly, just in a quieter way. Or imagine a guy named Mark. Mark acts confident in public. He jokes. He's loud. He seems unfazed. But inside he is intensely sensitive to status and approval. He checks how people react to him. He feels angry when ignored. He feels small when someone else gets attention. He needs to win conversations. This is also insecurity. It's just insecurity wearing armor. When insecurity becomes defensive, it can look like arrogance, sarcasm, superiority, or emotional distance. But the engine is the same: fear of being seen as not enough. So insecurity doesn't have one face. It can look like silence, people-pleasing, perfectionism, jealousy, constant apologizing, avoidance, overachievement, or emotional numbness. The outer behavior differs, but the inner experience is similar. My value is fragile, and it could be taken from me at any time. Now let's talk about how insecurity forms. It rarely comes from one big event. It's usually a repeated environment that teaches your brain certain rules. One common path is conditional acceptance. When love, attention, or safety depended on being good, quiet, useful, successful, or easy, your brain learns that you are lovable only when you perform. So you become hyper-aware of expectations. You become skilled at reading moods. You become terrified of disappointing people. That fear becomes your personality, but it started as adaptation. Another path is criticism without repair. If you were frequently corrected, mocked, or compared, but not given warmth and reassurance afterward, your brain doesn't just learn how to improve. It learns shame. It learns that mistakes equal identity. Not, I did something wrong, but I am wrong. Shame is one of the strongest fuels for insecurity because it attacks the self, not the behavior. Another path is inconsistency. If people were unpredictable, warm one day, cold the next, your nervous system learns to scan constantly. Because unpredictability is dangerous for the brain. That's where anxious attachment can grow. Insecurity becomes a strategy. If I monitor everything, I can prevent abandonment. But the tragedy is that constant monitoring makes relationships feel like a job. You don't relax into connection. You manage it. Now let's go deeper into the psychology. Insecurity is often a conflict between two needs that pull you apart. You want to be accepted, but you also want to be authentic. You want closeness, but you fear vulnerability. You want success, but you fear exposure. Insecurity is the pain of wanting more life while being afraid of it. This is why insecure people can be incredibly intelligent and still feel powerless. You can logically understand that you're safe, but your nervous system still reacts. Because insecurity is not only a thought problem, it's a body problem. Your body learned a pattern. Visibility equals risk. And you can't think your way out of a body that expects danger. That brings us to the insecurity loop, the cycle that keeps it alive. First comes a trigger. A social situation, a new opportunity, a text message, a room full of people, a performance moment. Then comes interpretation. Your mind assigns meaning. They think I'm boring. I sounded stupid. I'm not good enough. They'll leave. This meaning is often biased toward threat. Then comes anxiety in the body. Tension, adrenaline, restlessness, a need to control. Then comes a protective behavior. You people please, you become quiet, you over-explain, you apologize, you avoid eye contact, you cancel plans, you try to be perfect, you act overly confident, you check your phone, you seek reassurance, you stalk social media, you rewrite your message 10 times, you don't post, you don't apply, you don't confess, you don't take the risk. Then comes short-term relief. And that relief teaches your brain, good, we avoided danger. Your brain doesn't care that you lost an opportunity. Cares that anxiety went down. So it rewards avoidance. This is how insecurity becomes self-reinforcing. The very behaviors you use to feel safe are the ones that shrink your confidence over time. Here's a simple example. You want to share an opinion in a group. You feel the surge of insecurity. Your mind says, "Don't. You'll sound stupid." You stay silent. Anxiety drops. Your brain learns, silence kept us safe. Next time, the insecurity arrives faster. And your identity slowly shifts into, "I'm not the kind of person who speaks." But that identity wasn't born from truth. It was born from relief. Another example. You're dating someone and they take a bit longer to respond. Your mind interprets it as rejection. You feel panic. You send another message to fix it. They reply normally. Relief. Your brain learns, reassurance-seeking worked, but it didn't solve insecurity. It trained dependence on reassurance. And now we get to the most misunderstood piece. Insecurity is often a form of self-centered fear, not because you're selfish, but because you're focused on survival. When you're insecure, you think everyone is watching you, judging you, measuring you, but most people are mostly thinking about themselves. Insecurity is the spotlight effect amplified by threat. Your brain acts like you're constantly on stage, and it's exhausting. So what actually helps? Not fake affirmations, not repeating "I'm confident" in the mirror. Insecurity doesn't disappear because you say a sentence. It softens when your brain collects new evidence, repeatedly in the body in real situations. The first shift is understanding what insecurity is trying to do. Insecurity is a protector. It's a part of you that believes it's preventing pain. If you treat it like an enemy, you add shame on top of fear. That makes it stronger. A better approach is to see it as a nervous system habit. My system is trying to keep me safe by shrinking me. That creates distance from the feeling. Stops being your identity. The second shift is separating feelings from facts. Feeling insecure does not mean you are inadequate. Feeling insecure means your brain predicts danger. Prediction is not truth. It's just your brain trying to be efficient. Your task is not to eliminate insecurity instantly. Your task is to stop obeying it blindly. The third shift is building tolerance for being seen. Confidence is not the absence of fear. Confidence is the willingness to act while fear is present. When you gradually practice being visible, speaking up a little, expressing a preference, sharing an opinion, posting something imperfect, making a request, you teach your nervous system something powerful. Visibility did not kill me. Over time, the threat network calms down. Because it learns through experience, not through logic. The fourth shift is reducing safety behaviors that maintain insecurity. If you always over-explain, try explaining less and noticing that the world doesn't collapse. If you constantly apologize, pause and replace it with clarity. If you avoid opportunities, take one small step toward them. If you chase reassurance, delay it and soothe your body first. This isn't about being harsh. It's about breaking the link between anxiety and avoidance. The fifth shift is self-respect over self-esteem. Self-esteem is, I feel good about myself. Self-respect is, I treat myself like I matter even when I feel bad. Insecure people often wait to feel confident before they act. Self-respect flips it. Act like you matter first, and confidence grows as a result. Let's bring in another real lifestyle example. Imagine someone who's insecure at work. They have a good idea, but they're afraid it's stupid. They stay quiet. Later, someone else says the same idea and gets praise. That moment creates a painful story. I'm not smart enough. But the truth is, insecurity prevented action, not intelligence. So the new strategy isn't be confident. It's share one sentence even if your voice shakes. That one sentence is evidence. Evidence changes the brain. Or imagine someone insecure in relationships. They constantly wonder if they're loved. They test people. They overanalyze tone. They try to be perfect. But what they actually need is emotional safety inside themselves. The ability to tolerate uncertainty without collapsing. That's a nervous system skill. And it grows when you learn to soothe your body, name what you feel, and choose behaviors based on values, not fear. Now, I want to say something that might hit hard, but it's freeing. Insecurity can become a comfort zone. Not because it feels good, but because it feels familiar. If you've lived in self-doubt for years, confidence feels strange. Confidence feels like risk, like arrogance, like, who do you think you are? This is why insecure people sometimes sabotage themselves right before success. Your brain doesn't only fear failure, can also fear change, because change means unpredictability, and unpredictability feels unsafe to a threat-trained nervous system. So if you're listening and thinking, that's me, I want you to understand this. Insecurity is not your personality. It's your system's current strategy. Strategies can be updated. Here's the ending truth. Secure people aren't people who never doubt themselves. They're people who don't treat doubt as an order. They can feel insecurity and still speak, still try, still show up, still be seen. They have learned that their worth isn't negotiated in every moment. And that's the real goal. Not to become perfect, but to become free. So the next time insecurity shows up, before you speak, before you post, before you go on that date, before you walk into that room, notice what your brain is doing. It's predicting danger. Thank it for trying to protect you. And then choose one small action that proves you can survive being visible. Not because you suddenly feel confident, but because you're done letting fear run your life.